Okay, let's talk about the required static pages that you're going to want to have on your ClickFunnels site, or at least accessible through your ClickFunnels funnel. And specifically by that point, I mean it doesn't have to live on ClickFunnels. It can actually just be your Shopify existing terms of service, refund policy, etc. Okay, so I'll show you two different ways to do it. Now, why are these required? First of all, anytime you accept payment or you do paid advertising, let's say on Facebook or using Stripe, you need to have these required pages: terms of service, privacy policy, refund policy. They're just basically required. Right? You need to list your terms of service, your privacy policy. That's just required, right? You need to have those in there. So if you don't have a Shopify store, you obviously need to create those pages so they exist somewhere. You definitely need to have a, just a very basic contact us or customer support page, right? You'd want to have that in there, and you'd want those to be linked. In fact, you saw those on the footer of almost all of our pages. So once we create these, we would implement those into right here, right into our footer. You see the 4 pages: privacy policy, terms of service, return policy, customer service. We'd put those 4 pages linked into the footer of all of our sites, similar to how you have those 5 required pages on Shopify. These are the required pages that you would have inside of ClickFunnels. But I'll show you 2 different ways to do them. First, we could just literally create them inside of ClickFunnels, and we don't need to do this once. You don't need to do this every time for every funnel. Okay, just once. Come over here, add new step. Okay, and let's just do, how about the privacy policy? Create funnel step. Okay, and now this is going to ask us what type of funnel. Now, you have tons of power here with ClickFunnels, way more than just e-commerce. There's other stuff like opt-ins and membership sites and all this other great stuff. You see all the different things like webinars. Like, again, ClickFunnels was built for internet marketing first. We're leveraging the high conversion parts of it for e-commerce. Your membership includes all this as well. But we're going to come over here to miscellaneous. Right? We just want to come to miscellaneous, and you see there's different templates here. Okay, in fact, there's a privacy policy template. There's an about me page. There's other traditional countdown clock pages, invitation pages, contact us page, which we could build, we'll want to build, right? Coming soon pages. There's all these other cool pages that we have in here. These are just ready to go templates. Here's a disclaimer page that we can create. We're going to come up here and just build this privacy policy page, and this is going to be basically the template that we would use, and then input our actual privacy policy. Okay, so we'll come over and edit the page just like you would edit any page in your template. It's all the same inside of ClickFunnels. You're just going to be doing your editing, and obviously, as you see here, there is just filler text right now. So what we want to do is just come over here and we'll set the title. Okay, we'll put our last update in terms of today's date, right? You'll want to put in the date. Now we're going to come over here and actually get a privacy policy. Now you could put over here, typically I'm not going to want to put my name, so I would just put the domain name, right? Or in fact, you don't even really need to have this at all. You want to just delete this section. Remember, everything is deletable inside of ClickFunnels. Just hovering over it and pressing delete. Right, we can delete this bottom section down here as well. We can customize this, obviously, to include our information. But most importantly, we need to have a privacy policy. So a couple different ways that you can get it. If you already have a Shopify account, of course, you could just generate it inside of Shopify, or you could also do something like this onto Google. Do a privacy policy generator. Basically what they are, I mean, they're very, very common in terms of privacy policies. That's why you could just literally use the built-in template that you get with Shopify, or you could just generate any one of these free privacy policies, and you can just basically go through, answer some of the questions. What's going to happen is, you can watch this video, but basically just go through here, answer all the information. At the end of it, they'll just spit out a privacy policy, and you can pick any of the ones on Google. It doesn't have to be this one at all. Another thing you could do is go to any Shopify store, right, and you could just go ahead and look at their privacy policy. Right, I know a lot of you are definitely going to already have a Shopify store yourself, so you could just go to a store like that, and you'd be able to just take it from there. If you already have a Shopify store, though, right, I'm going to show you an easier way to do it. So probably if you don't have a Shopify store, you do something like a privacy policy generator. Then you would simply come back to the page, and you just copy and paste in your actual privacy policy text. Okay, and you do this, you just obviously save this. All right, come over here, save. Okay, and we can change this. In my opinion, I don't see any need to add the pixel onto this page or anything like that. Of course, you could right over here through tracking code, and you'll watch the video on how to set up the Facebook pixel in this course. But that's all you need to do. You're basically just putting in static content over here, and then you're saving the page and going back. And then we're just going to create the other pages like this. We'll just clone the funnel step. We'll click Add to Funnel. Okay, we have a privacy policy. We click this gear icon right over here. Funnel step settings is going to be allowing us to change the name. So we'll set the name and the URL. Update that. We'll come over here. We can come in and actually edit the text of this page. This one is terms of service. Okay, again, copy and paste terms of service. You could do an auto generate. Let's see what we have on here. Okay, termsfeed.com. I mean, any of these look good. Again, I've used the ones directly from Shopify because I already have a Shopify store, which I'll show you in the next part to do that. Or you could just generate them here. You'd go ahead and copy and paste right back into this page. We would go ahead and save this. Okay, we'll exit out. We'll do it one more time for our refund policy. Okay, cloning it, adding it to funnel. We're going to update the name. Okay, saving that. Now we're going to come in and edit it. Again, we would use a template basis to go on here, or you could just really build your own refund policy depending on how many days you want to offer. I think this is a fair refund policy. You have 30 days, 30-day return policy. I like putting something like this. Okay, something like that. You can copy and paste that or use something similar, or again, likely going to have your own Shopify store that already has one. So, refund policy. Okay, we'll save that. And we'll exit out of here. Okay, next is going to be the Contact Us page. And again, this is assuming that you don't already have a Shopify Contact Us page. Because if we already have these pages on Shopify, we're just going to use those. But real quick, I'll show you this. Contact Us. Okay, again, we'll go to the miscellaneous section and look for a template there that is going to make sense. I got the Contact Us template here. We'll select this. And not all of this is going to be relevant, but you see that this is going to look like a really nice looking professional page. And this is going to be a page that people would go to for customer service. So we want to make sure that this looks good. So a lot of things that we can keep or remove. Obviously, if we have our logo, we'd want to enter it over here. If not, we could simply delete it. But a lot of these links are not going to be necessary. We could delete almost all of the links. In fact, we could potentially delete this entire section if we wanted to. Having over here basically just our title over here, customer service. Okay. Now I found this to actually be a nice thing to add. I mean, I'm not sure if it increased the conversion or not, but I think it added to the sense of trust for my store. Just putting a zoomed out map of your location, or even make one up if you want, if you're not comfortable sharing your location. I mean, I definitely don't think you need to put your street address or anything. Just something really zoomed out, showing whatever your closest major city is. I think that would give a little bit more trust. And I would definitely say, if you're not in the United States, definitely show something in the United States here. And then we'd want to basically just put our call to action to contact us. Okay, you can change the text if you want. And then over here, I'm just going to delete one of these, and I'm going to put the email, that address, no contact form or anything like that. You can keep these if you need to, or if you want to, if you have anything good to say in here, you can turn this into like an About Us section if you want, or you could simply just delete this entire section. save off this page. Okay. All right, we'll exit. Now we have our 4 required pages: privacy, terms, refund, contact us. What we need to pay attention to are the links. Okay, this is the link for the contact us page, for example. So I'll copy that. I'll show you the preview of it really quickly. So we've got our little page here. What we want to do is add it to the footer of our funnel pages. All 5 of our funnel pages have a spot for it in the footer section all the way at the bottom. And we want to basically just go in here and add in the links. I'd actually gone in, just removed them, just so I could show you this part, but they're already in there. But this is how you would build them, right? You just simply go like this. Contact us, type it in, highlight it, come over here, press this link button. Okay, see, this is what it's going to say, and this is the destination. You just remove this little pound sign, paste in the link. Okay, here's that exact link to the contact page. You can press this button so it opens in a new window. Okay, and you would just simply do that for each of your links. Okay, the next one you could just do, for example, a return policy. Okay, highlight that. Come over here, press the link button, right? And you would literally just go and copy and paste your return policy page and your terms of service page and your privacy policy page right into here. Now, if you already have a Shopify store, right, and likely it's going to be a nice branded look and feel, you might as well use the contact us, return policy, terms of service, and privacy policy from your Shopify store. So what do you need to do? Well, instead of creating those pages that I just showed you, simply just do this. Right, you're just basically copy and pasting in the link from your Shopify store right into here. So you're just going to be linking off. Make sure you're pressing this button so it makes the link open in a new window so they don't leave this funnel page. But if they want to go in contact or look at the policies, it's going to open up in a new window. If you already have the Shopify pages set up, much easier to just use that.